Alright guys, so this is the upper jaw. This is the inner part. I finished constructing it. I'm just going to show you really quickly a bypass of how it looks. I know there's a gap over here. I just noticed that. Yeah, it's just filler and everything. So this is easier than the bottom one since it's all flat. I'm pretty sure there's no lights necessary for this one because this one is closed, so I went ahead and glued the inner panel. Unlike in the lower jaw, I don't think I'll need to come back here, but if I do, then I'll deal with it then. Just a quick note, when you're putting in the side panels here, there are the small patches, small notches here, and here that corresponds to these two or these three protruding parts, so just keep note of that. And also this part right here, as you can see, mine is glued in. This actually is a print fail I was able to salvage. So when you're handling this, be careful because there is an extra pipe sticking out over there. I don't really mind that it's all gnarly and twisted. It's the Millennium Falcon after all, so it's not a perfect fit. You can see there are some slight gaps and everything, but I feel like these will all disappear once you have it all painted and everything. So let me go ahead and attach this to the frame, and you also saw me do the lower jaw, so I'll attach that to the frame as well, including the landing gear. And then stick around, because once I've attached it to the frame, I then go backwards and show you a quick run of how I assemble the parts together. It will be completely quiet, and it's just a matter of showing you. It's gonna be really quick. There's really no reason to go more into that one. Everything else is seen here, and this is much more easier than the lower jaw. But I can't show a lot of the detail because it gets to the shadows, but if you look really close, then you'll see like the printing patterns and everything. I honestly don't mind. As far as I'm concerned, it adds character to the plating hull of the Millennium Falcon. Now this texture over here, I'm not sure if that's intended by Darrin, but I do know it exists on the other side as well, so for some reason it shows up in that corner. I'm okay with that. So that's it. So now let's go over to the frame and attach this baby up. Hey guys, so here we are outside, and I'm just gonna freehand this video, and let me show you just basically how easy it is. Here's the upper jaw that we're doing. As you can see, I already have the lower jaw attached, but don't worry, I'll remove that and put it back in, because this is actually pretty simple. All you gotta do is kind of let the magnet take it. That's it. And just making sure it's not lined up properly, and yeah, that's basically it. the magnet just went ahead and took it. So this one's a little bit more complicated because it does have to connect, but also of course this part is connecting to the inside bracket. Let me see if it's gonna be easy or not to remove it. Hold on. Okay, so there it is. Okay, so basically to put it in, like I said, it's a little bit more complicated because this one has to slot into, and as I mentioned, mine's affixed over here, and yes, I did put mine upside down. I have to fix that. So mine's fixed over here. Darrin did just updated this so you can replace this if you want it without the landing gear and close it off. And if you had not done what I did, which is basically kind of temporary hot glued it here, you can remove this easily and put it out. But as you can see, it's really easy to access it, so I'm gonna leave mine glued, and obviously this is upside down, so I have to unglue it and then put it back in, but that shouldn't be a problem. The other thing I wanted to point out, and you might have not have noticed, is my port frame is different from the others. You can see it's got hexagonal shape, and it's got this thing protruding over here. This basically replaces the frame that Darrin originally designed. I'm not going to talk about this right now. But this is from another Facebook member, Jon Alitt, and this is to be able to put this in through using an engine stand for support. So just look it up. I'll put it on the links of this particular video who Jon Alitt is, and and you can just search his posts for this one in particular. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about it right now because I don't even have the engine stand right now. I just printed it. It's easy enough to replace because, as you know, part of the construction of the frame is this is separate from this and this, and all you have to do is unscrew it from here. Once I have the engine stand, once I have everything in place, and I've tested it in a little bit, then I'll talk about it some more. But yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and just stick around if you want, and what you will see is basically me gluing the parts of the jaw over here, the upper jaw, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again on my next review or build. Have a nice day. Bye.